Our Town Portsmouth is made possible by the following premier sponsors.
Clements Marketplace, family-owned and community-oriented since 1980. A full-service grocer offering fresh and prepared foods, produce, bakery, and floral services to families of Portsmouth and Aquidneck Island. Greenvale Vineyards on the Sakonnet River, family-owned since 1863, producer of small quantity estate wines and committed to historic preservation, conservation of open space, and making fine wine. International Manufacturing Services, founded in Portsmouth in 1977, local manufacturer of microelectronic surface mount components for medical, communication, defense, and aerospace industries. IMS. It means service.
And special thanks to Portsmouth, claiming the most coastline in Rhode Island, is scenic and serene. It too is chock full of history, from the original founders searching for religious freedom to the famous poet who captured patriotism in a hymn. Fields where battles were fought now offer recreation and family entertainment. The town, which was once an island, has seen transportation change dramatically, the roads now becoming overcrowded. Many who feel their town is just a pass-through to neighboring Newport know the truth. There are so many attractions here to make Portsmouth a true destination. Your friends and neighbors welcome you to Our Town Portsmouth.
I got a lot of spectators. We hope we have a lot of people go in the water. Good news side, it's not snowing or sleeting or raining, so...
Wind's blowing though.
Wind's blowing about 37 degrees, wind's blowing about 16 knots.
I have my bathing suit on, a couple layers, so
right.
I think I'll be ready to go. I don't know how long I'll stay in.
I saw the EMT team over here, so very happy to see those guys.
Oh, good, absolutely.
Hopefully they won't have to do anything.
No.
I see there's all kinds of unusual bathing suits. I don't know, I guess the guy's got it covered up now. He's got coconut top on over there.
We got a good day. I'm grateful. The bonfire's a great idea.
Absolutely perfect day. This is just how we want it. A nice bright sun, there's no wind, air temperature is fine, the water's going to be cold.
Well, I will take my shoes off and stick my toe in maybe.
Someone asked me earlier, what makes you people go in? It's just a peer thing. You line up, someone says go, and you're not going to stand there, you're going to go.
The settlement of Portsmouth took place in 1638. Came about because of a rather dramatic trial of Anne Hutchinson in Boston for criticizing the ministers and having her own gatherings. And so she was banished. And along with that was several of her followers, the most important of which was William Coddington, and the Reverend John Clark. Anne Hutchinson very much was a woman ahead of her time, but they got help from Roger Williams, who had settled Providence in 1636, and he helped them purchase this island from the Indians. They had signed a compact in 1638 in Boston before they came, in which they agreed to band together for the common good. I saw it. It's quite an emotional experience to this piece of paper that had been written in 1638 and signed by all these people. In 1639, because of dissent among the 35 people that were here and a split between Coddington and Anne Hutchinson, a group under Coddington decided to leave. 8 of them decided to go further south. They saw the prospect of a harbor in Newport much better than in Portsmouth. The next really major thing that happened here was in 1778 when we had the Battle of Rhode Island. It was kind of a draw. Nobody really won it, nobody really lost it, except the British prevailed in staying on the island. In 1862, the railroad was extended from Fall River to Newport. That was a big thing for Newport. Also around the same time in 1898, there was established at Island Park an amusement park, and it was what we call a trolley park. Trolley parks were made by the trolley companies in order to draw ridership, which was very substantial in terms of size and roller coaster and dance hall and things like that. It eventually was totally destroyed by the 1938 hurricane. During that hurricane, 18 people died in Island Park. A wall of 12-foot wall of water came up the Sakonnet River, and just nothing to stop it except the amusement park. Farming is a very important part of Portsmouth's history because throughout its existence, it's been primarily an agricultural community. In the Gilded Age, one of the things that was really important for Portsmouth's history was the establishment of what were called gentlemen's farms. And these gentlemen's farms were farms owned by people who for the most part were from New York, but had summer homes in Newport. Summer homes like the Breakers, for example. And they wanted a horse farm or a farm out in the country. Sandy Point Farm, which was owned by Reginald Vanderbilt. Oakland Farm, Alfred Gwynn Vanderbilt, his brother. Glen Farm at one point was 700 acres, and they had all kinds of horses, sheep, goats, dogs, and so on that they raised for show. That became town property and is a park. A lot of athletic fields and things like that are there now. It's a great save for the town to have been able to get that. At almost the same time, they got Melville from the Department of the Interior. That has to be used for recreational purposes, so there's a campground and there are all kinds of trails. It's hard to believe there were coal mines in Portsmouth, but there were coal mines on the northwest corner of the town, and actually some of the mine shafts went out under the bay. They went as much as 1,200 feet down. It was really a pretty substantial coal mining operation. It was anthracite coal, very hard coal, hard to ignite, and it burned really heavy. Now that land is what we call the Carnegie Abbey Club, with a skyscraper collection of condominiums and a golf course that's really substantial. Interesting, one of the things about the golf course is that the water that they use for watering the golf course comes out of the mine. Later on, well, 1926, we got the Weyerhaeuser Company. We also got Raytheon in 1961, which is probably the biggest business in the town today. We have a very rich history that goes back 377 years so far. It's something we're very proud of. It's something we should be very proud of.
Hi, I'm Mike Pagliarani, Portsmouth resident, and myself and my wife Sheila Pagliarani pretty much took the video of the high school band Friday Night Lights. Part of the reasons why we wanted to film Friday Night Lights is it was a good representation of how the band really works in a snapshot. It captures how the band interfaces with the rest of the high school, the football team, the audience, and vice versa. Long and short of it is we ended up working with the camera for our first time, and we had a blast doing it.
Hi, I'm Mr. Rausch, band director here at Portsmouth High School. This is my 17th year, 18th year, I think, and I look forward to tonight as our opening game. It's Portsmouth Pride.
First home football game, 50 kids on the team, 160 kids in the band, 30 cheerleaders, the whole community here. What's better than this?
Portsmouth High School marching band with their dance team. Oh yeah, give it up for them. My God, there's like 160 of them. Let's give it up for the Portsmouth High School.
It's very busy and it's a lot to take in, like all the movements and the drill sets, and the music was a little challenging at first, but I've kind of gotten the hang of it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Really cool to see how during football games the community comes together. It's full of support. The band is there to support the football team, the cheerleaders, the people in the stands. When we perform, the cheerleaders listen to us, the audience, they listen to us. It's a quite interactive atmosphere.
I've been in band for 4 years and I'm a section leader for flutes. My favorite thing about being in band is that we're like a family and we're always there for each other.
What's your favorite flute song you've played?
Probably so far it's Johnny Be Good.
So being able to come into the high school and knowing 160 other kids immediately was a great experience for me, and I wanted to make other freshmen feel comfortable, like walking through the hallways, having somebody to talk to if they need to.
It's very interesting to watch them grow from little freshmen to seniors. The camaraderie of the band is something you can't buy anywhere. It's a wonderful opportunity for the children.
this is the most hard-working band in the land.
We were able to go to the inauguration parade back in 2013 for Barack Obama. Yes, very proud moment. We didn't apply for it, and the kids just earned that reputation, so we were able to pull it off, and it was great. It was awesome.
I'm a member of the Portsmouth High School Marching Band, one of the best marching bands in Rhode Island, by far. You really get a bond, as well as like almost as though a family between one another, and you really get to connect between what you're doing. You're always practicing together, you're always performing together. You just have some product that you're proud of that you work on together.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
I call it the high cultural highlight of the season.
I don't know how long on the phone.
Somebody tore down building.
I had a grinder, I had pizza, I had Chinese food, and I had some beef stew. It's a wonderful event. I've been coming for years and years. Every year it gets better. You eat free food, you get to browse the books, you get to talk to all your old friends that you haven't seen in a year. It was dynamite.
So delicious.
And very healthy pasta and pizzas.
All the restaurants, local establishments help out the town. Fieldstone's hot roast, which is fabulous.
Thank you very much.
So I'm Brandon Sylvia. I'm the assistant production manager for Hinckley Yachts. We build both Hinckley Pilot House 34s, and we also build an array of hunt boats, power boats. You're looking at over here, stages 1 and stage 2 of the line, where we have all the major systems going into the hull.
I'm Gretchen Thor. I am the sales coordinator for Hunt Yachts. Hunt Yachts first started with C. Raymond Hunt. He was a naval architect, and his big moment was the Miami to Nassau race with his brave Moppy breaking the record. And what was so unique about this boat was the hull shape. It was a deep V hull, which we are known for, and just blew everybody out of the water.
So as those stages are complete, the boat moves forward into the production building, and every stage has its list of operations that needs to be completed prior to it being sea trialed, painted, and finally QC'd and handed over to them.
How much time goes by from start to finish?
So with the 34 Pilot House boat right now, that boat has 5 stages. It has a sea trial stage and it has a clean room stage. So in total that's 7, and that boat moves every 8 days. So every 8 days we complete, essentially once the line is full, every 8 days we complete 34 miles.
That's what we really hang our hat on, is the DP hull, but when it gets nasty out there, you will feel comfortable on your hunt. You don't usually go out in bad weather, but it comes up pretty quickly if you're not keeping an eye on the weather and you have the confidence and security that knowing you can get home or to your destination.
Another prominent Portsmouth resident, although part-time, she had a home in Boston and a home in Newport and a farm here in Portsmouth, was Julia Ward Howe. At her farm in Portsmouth, she entertained a lot of important people like Longfellow and some others who were prominent visitors. She wrote a poem that someone set to music, and that became the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on.
Sitting here in this beautiful little Portsmouth, Rhode Island, is this manufacturing plant producing high-tech components that are sold all over the world, that are helping us with homeland security and defense. And nobody even knows that we're here because we try to keep a nice low profile. And
what I like about it is it's a wonderful blend of local, small town, family oriented with cutting edge technology. Here on Schoolhouse Lane, I was amazed when I first walked into the building and saw the level of technology and the level of development that's going on right in this building. So really a neat combination of both. For someone who loves the community, has family, children, very vested in the community, yet I'm an engineer. I like to sell, I like high tech, so it blends all of that very nicely.
You know, we have a very dedicated group of employees, most of whom have been with us for many, many years, and this is part of their life.
The company got its start in the watch industry. At one time, believe it or not, every Timex and Bolivar and Pulsar watch had 2 IMS resistors in it. And why our technology caught on and was superior to our competitors is because we used the lasers, which were so much faster than the sandblasters. We can precisely make anything custom that a customer may want, a different size, a different configuration, a different set of layers, and they're all created here before we go in to build our tooling. The technician selects the appropriate substrate or base material for the product that'll be manufactured. IMS typically uses alumina, which is aluminum oxide, or aluminum nitride. These are ceramic plates that we use to build our components. Once the substrate is aligned, a masking tool called a screen is placed over the plate, and a wiper tool called a squeegee pushes the electronic film into the tool. This paste material is often loaded with conductive metals like gold or silver, and they're suspended in a gel-like material state, similar to the consistency of smooth peanut butter. The consistency of the material is important to be able to print very precise design. After the plates are printed and dried, they are sent through a sintering furnace at temperatures approaching 1600 degrees Fahrenheit. This exposure to heat allows the non-metallic or glass elements of the paste to escape. In some products, many layers of films are applied on top of each other to build up a completed component, perhaps 2 terminations. And the laser beam cuts away small amounts of material to restrict the current flow. The action raises the value of the component to the desired value that the order requires. After the plate has been tuned, the final process is to singularize them into individual pieces. After the final quality check, this part is ready to be shipped to a customer anywhere in the world for uses in electronic devices ranging from radios, satellites, sensors, MRI equipment, meters, pacemakers, and a whole host of consumer devices that we handle in our own daily lives.
My name is Dan Keating, and I'm the founder of Newport Polo. I didn't start playing polo until I was 22, and I always loved horses, but I was looking for a sport after school ended, and I had never seen a polo game before I took my first lesson. I instantly got addicted. To play polo, it feels like someone gives you a shot in the arm, and you can run 40 miles an hour and have the weight of 1,000 pounds. So you kind of feel a little superhuman, so it's very addictive on that level. 24 years ago, we started the Newport International Polo Series here, and it's been an overnight success.
Being Newport and being surrounded by beautiful mansions, we wanted to bring that feel onto the polo field, and we thought bringing traditional furniture, traditional hors d'oeuvres, and of course champagne to match would just be a great way to spend a Saturday.
My name is Rory Torrey, and I started playing polo when I was
12 years old. I started playing polo here at Glen Farm in Portsmouth, Rhode Island. When I was 12, my family moved to the farm because my father was a horse trainer. So once I got here, there's a polo club, and I gave it a try, and I just stuck with it ever since. I got hooked, as they say.
Been a part of this for 24 years?
Right. I built the field 24 years ago in 1992, and we've played polo here every year since.
So this is your blood, sweat, and tears.
Every blade of grass
All right.
has a story behind it. Every blade of grass has a story behind it.
The Portsmouth Community Theater was founded in 1997 by 3 women, Rebecca Vickers, Priscilla Wimpris, and me, Cindy Calavey. We wanted to have theater in Portsmouth that involved children and adults. And over the years, we did comedies, musicals, dramas, mysteries. Portsmouth was founded in 1638, and just 35 years later, a mystery took place in Portsmouth that had always intrigued me. It was the death of Rebecca Cornell, at first thought to be a dreadful accident, an uncertain and untimely death. But a ghost's visit changed everything. And so, with the help of Richard and Gloria Schmidt again, I wrote the play Ghostly Witness. We did it right here at the Valley Inn. Why? The Valley Inn sits on the original site of where the Cornell home stood so many years ago. We had the ghosts with us that night.
Whereas you, Thomas Cornell, having been indicted and charged with the murder of your mother, Mrs. Rebecca Cornell, widow, and having been tried by a jury of your peers, you have been found guilty. May the Lord have mercy upon your soul.
The first type of transportation was the steamboats. The steamboats, they went all over the bay. Some went from Providence to Fall River. You could day trip from Providence to Secaucet Point, which is one of my favorite places. I love it down there. The steamboats came in the first around here. The first one in the bay was 1841. It's called Firefly, and but particularly in the 1870s and 80s, a lot of steamboats out here, very competitive. About probably 10 or 15 different lines that ran around the bay. The railroad, as I mentioned before, came in the 1860s from Fall River to Newport and came through here. There were 12 passenger trains every day in and out of Newport. Obviously, they weren't long trains. They probably were a couple passenger cars, but there was a lot of rail traffic. So we've had ferries forever. The first ferry was, as far as we know, was 1640, and that was a Bristol ferry where the Mount Hope Bridge is. The ferry was, first it was a rowboat, then it was a sailboat, then it was a horse boat for a while in the 1840s. They actually had a treadmill on a barge that the horses, 2 horses walked to propel the boat across the bay. Just amazing. That line obviously went out of business when the Mount Hope Bridge was built, opened in 1929. And we had other ferries all along the Secaucet River that went across to Tiverton and to Little Compton. Again, some of them very primitive, others not steam powered. Most of them were sail powered or small motor powered later on. The Stone Bridge from Portsmouth to Tiverton, and that was, the first one was built in 1792, the second one was built in 1793, third was built in 1795, and eventually there's a rip current through there that knocked the bridges out. They were made of wood at first. Then they made them out of concrete and steel. And it lasted until the 54 hurricane, when it was damaged beyond repair. Meanwhile, they were building the Secaucet River Bridge, and that opened. It's hard to imagine all the car traffic for 25 years until the Mount Hope Bridge opened in 1929. All went over the stone bridge. Wow. Trolleys were great. We had 2 trolley lines that came from fairly south in Newport, one out the West Main Road and one out the East Main Road. The trolleys were really fun. It was 5 cents a town, usually, and in the summer they had open cars. The first trolley line was 1898, and the second one was 1903, and they lasted until 1925 when they were put out of business by the buses. Put out of business by William Vanderbilt, who owned the trolley line and decided he was going to convert it to buses. So personally, he changed the whole culture that way, feeling that the buses could stop anywhere and the trolleys were stuck on the tracks. Car traffic is way, way overbearing. I mean, it's just too much. The last survey was 27,000 cars a day. And the West Main, that's East Main Road, and the West Main Road is probably more than that. It's a fascinating part of the local history, tying everything together in terms of one community to another.
I'm Bob Poniatowski, and I've been on the library board for some 15 years now. And as a sort of an insider, I see all that goes on to make this show go. And it just occurred to me that if we're going to do a program on our town, we've got to give a piece, a segment, so that people know that we're sort of an important cog in this thing called the town of Portsmouth, RI.
We are definitely a busy place. We have about 75,000 items here, including obviously print books and books on CD, DVDs, Blu-rays, and we have special collections of genealogical and local history materials, and we have a lot of computers. Genealogy is like one of the fastest growing hobbies in the country, after gardening.
I'm a lifelong reader, and there are a few places on the earth that give me pleasure and calm. One is churches, and the other is a library, wherever I find one. And I found one of the best right here.
We have book groups for teens. Teens typically, I think, are so overscheduled and so busy that we try to offer them a way to get back into reading, to read for pleasure, to get with kids their own age and talk about reading and books. Oh, it's wonderful down there. They do a lot of children's programming. We have a story time for babies, toddlers, and preschoolers. And we have school-age programs too. We have one program monthly called Crafty Kids. And it's art-based, and they do a terrific craft. It's even more successful. It's worked out real well. The books, hardbound books, are only $1 a piece. And people will come in, buy them, and then when they're done, they bring them back, so it works out for all of us.
It's so restful to sit by that window in the other room when the sun is coming through. I'm one of those paper people. I know something about holding a book and turning pages and feeling the leather or the binding and all that, and sticking a little marker, and it's I belong to another time. It's here and it's free and it's open, and you know, there aren't many places that don't have locks on the door and security and a fee and a charge and so forth. And libraries are they're just there.
My name is Gloria Schmidt, and I'm a volunteer for the Portsmouth Historical Society. Now, I know that stone walls routinely break down and are moved and rebuilt, but vintage maps and photographs show that many of these walls have been around those locations for 100 years or more. I wondered what stories the walls would tell if they had a voice. I'm also a collector of stories about Portsmouth. So I combined my photographs and narrated the stories as if I was speaking for the stone wall.
I know you have passed by us, but you rarely notice us. We are everywhere. We are humble walls of stones. Some of us are simple farmers' walls in your backyard, or the earth-hugging retaining walls, or the lonely walls left in the woods as a sign a farm was once there. There are hundreds of miles of us in the town. My stones rose up out of the ground as the settlers cleared and planted their fields. They struggled to clear the land of trees and stumps, and they dug up my rocks to be able to plant. I am a wall of stone, and I have been built up, destroyed, and rebuilt for over 200 years. My stones didn't just come out of the ground. They were carefully cut out of quarries by skilled craftsmen. My structure has had a mighty job to do, so my stones have been cemented together in a pattern designed for strength. I'm a ruin now, but I remember the excitement of holding the weight of a busy bridge. Some of my stones were in the first bridge built 2 centuries ago. Travelers would walk or ride over me on the way to Tiverton or back. The currents around my foundations are very strong, and storm winds, swift waters, and collisions with boats have made it difficult for any bridge to stand. In my best days, I felt the weight of horse-drawn carriages, buses, cars, and even trolley cars making their way to Island Park's rides. I have a story to tell of brave and skillful men who hid behind my great wall as they prepared to capture an enemy general. I saw the British general come to the fine home of the Overing family. They didn't hear the Americans as they landed on the shore and followed a gully up to the house. But my earthen foundations could feel the vibrations of their feet. I watched as they crept along my wall up to the house. Hidden and lonely, my wall stands as a reminder of important battles. Because this is high ground, the local militia began to move the soil around me into earthenwork forts. I watched as they pushed dirt, dead leaves, and twigs together and then patted them down into a sloping wall. These forts were soon abandoned when the British troops began to pour onto the island. The British took over the dirt fort and made it stronger and larger. It was a lively place here, with housing for 200 soldiers inside. Can you see the ragged edge of stone on my wall? I am a special wall, built high to keep livestock in, and my sharp vertical stones keep the animals from jumping out. Stone barns surround me. Once, my retaining wall overlooked a busy mill pond, but now the pond is gone, and only the trickle of a brook remains. Water power turned the wheels of the first grist mill grinding corn. The stones in my wall were dug out by the earliest settlers. Through the years, the stones were built into useful walls for Glen farmers and their animals. In Glen Farm days, my stones were reset to surround the sheep fields and the chicken pens. Now my wall surrounds the soccer fields and picnic area of Glen Park. I have company during the spring, summer, and fall.
I have lived my life's dream. As a child growing up, I had hoped someday to be a farmer and maybe to own and operate the family farm, and I have. I feel very fortunate, and I'm glad I've lived long enough to see the recognition that farmers now receive, because everybody wants to buy local, and I'm grateful for that. And I am local. Rhody Fresh, my whole life I had hoped that one day that I could have milk that would be available to the public in Escobar Farm's name. The people, I was so aware that if we could put milk in a dairy case and say, this is Rhode Island milk, Rhode Islanders, with the purchase of milk, you are not only bringing home a staple, but you're supporting the open space and the rural character in your communities in the state. Drive down Middle Road, heading south, and look to the west. There I am. In '99, the price of milk plummeted, and I thought, I can't add another 100 cows. So I decided, with the good relationship we had in the community and the awareness that people had, I thought we'll try it. We had such success in that first year. We had 14,000 visitors that actually blew us away. We did the Providence Bruins. We did Portsmouth's 375 logo. And then last year was the Wizard of Oz. And so we've done the Paw Sox. And I'm proud to do the Paw Sox. The fireworks is like the easiest thing I do that's gotten so much recognition.
I think the nice thing is that those milk cans represent people putting money in.
The neighbors like it so much, I passed flyers out through the neighborhood, said I was doing it, and I was accepting donations. What is the magic? The magic is that spirit of community, the party atmosphere. I'll try not to cry. What a thrill. I was so honored when I was asked. Today is the greatest ever to see so many people out here in the town I've grown up and I so love. What a thrill to be our Grand Marshal. Thank you very much.
The festival consists of activities for the kids. For example, there's a lot of rides, there's different games. Hi, my name is Kevin Donovan. I'm the chairman of the St. Barnabas Festival for 2015. 2015 marks the 40th anniversary or ruby anniversary of the festival. Food is always available.
Welcome to the St. Barnabas Church, Inner Sanctum, or what we call is the Prime Kitchen. This is where all the beautiful food from the festival originates from. This is our chorizo. It's the church's secret recipe. A sample of our homemade pulled pork, Portuguese shoulder with secret sauce. Only the church knows the recipe to. And we have our famous clam chowder, which everybody loves. Most of these recipes are the church's recipes. A lot of the churches in our area each have different chorizo, pulled pork, special recipes that they have. It's kind of like a friendly competition between churches around here.
I ask you to join me in prayer as we ask a blessing upon the food. Bless this food that we are about to receive. Bless all the food that will be produced and consumed here throughout this day. May we be people who truly know the nourishment of our God, both in body and in spirit.
Just traditional with a lot of Portuguese orientations in the parishes, where there was soup served to the peasants apparently. In the evening we had Abbey Road, who was in their final tour this year, and if you don't know Abbey Road, they do a Beatles orientation. Most of their music is from some of the different Beatles albums.
Get back, Loretta!
The festival is a chance for the parish to kind of come together and have a celebration.
Okay, count and go.
Hello again, Doug Smith, and I'd like to welcome you to the first edition of Portsmouth This Week, a weekly discussion.
And that's how it all started. In April 2012, John Klim, the newly appointed town administrator of Portsmouth, Rhode Island, was searching for ways to better get the word out to the citizens of Portsmouth.
Well, several years ago, I kept hearing from Portsmouth citizens that they felt a disconnect with local government. They might know what happened at a certain meeting, but they rarely knew why. We were able to use television thanks to the dedication of an incredible group of volunteers to make that happen.
It's amazing the amount of technical things that go on with a program like this. We're very fortunate to have the studio of Newport County TV and coordinator Brian Medeiros helping us, but we really needed a crew of people. There's some technical aspects of camera and sound and graphics and direction, and we're able to bring a group of great people together, volunteers that hadn't done it before, and we made it work.
And I know we had several volunteers, and we could probably find some other folks in the community, which is very easy to do in Portsmouth if you ask the right people. So we're able to put this thing together.
Coming into the end of the year, it seemed like every week we were scrambling to find somebody to come on the show, and I kind of made my New Year's resolution this year to commit to scheduling, or to try to go out and regularly, routinely schedule a couple months ahead. So what I've been doing is systematically going through all the town committees, all the other entities in our town that people are impacted by, to ask them to come on the show.
I came into the show very late in the process, and of course I had never seen any of this equipment before, all new to me. And being a former Navy guy, I was very reluctant to turn any valves or push any buttons if I didn't know what they did. So it's taken a long time, but now I know how to push a few buttons and turn a few knobs.
And for me, it's just an opportunity to give a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour once a week to bring the voice of the town hall to the people of Portsmouth.
Portsmouth This Week is one of the best uses of PEG Access TV that I've seen. It's this great resource for town officials, school officials to communicate with the people of the town, answer their questions about how things work. It's a great opportunity for local nonprofits to come on the program and get their word out. It's this great free resource to the town, and I think the credit for this goes to this great volunteer crew that come out and been doing this the last couple of years.
The show's success was acknowledged by Gina Raimondo, Governor of Rhode Island.
Greenvale was built by my great-great-great-uncle in 1863 and was built as a prize-winning livestock farm. It was built on the concept of a book by a man named Robert Copeland, who wrote the book called Country Life. And the book said, buy 50 to 60 acres. Don't buy hundreds of acres, so that you're actually doing the work and not managing other people. Go out and work all day, and then at night go home and pursue the classics. I'm the second generation to be doing this. My parents, with help from us, started growing grapes in 1982. We now rent space, which we have done since 1995, from Newport Vineyards, where our winemaker, Richard Carmichael, has a key and goes in and out to produce our 3,500 cases of wine. From grapes that we grow here on our 73 acres of total operation, 27 acres of which are different types of grapes. This was the first building he built, and it was finished in 1863 and is really a template for the main house, finished in 1865. We had put a lot of energy into the grapes and into the main house for 35, 40 years, and this building just began to fall. But it was originally the centerpiece of the farm when it was that livestock operation. And to have brought it back into the centerpiece of all the action on the place is really very satisfying. I spent 10 years as a landmarks commissioner in Boston, and one of the interesting things that you deal with is how to take old buildings and reuse them rather than tear them down. And so this, for me, my husband's an architect, and for me it was a really wonderful way to show what you can do with a building that was very dilapidated. But you know, it had just beautiful bones, and to be able to come up with a new function for it. And the Chardonnays, but the whole tradition. There's just a great feeling about the place. This farm was meant to work your body and your mind, and we're still doing that. As we move forward, and this place that was built 160 years ago goes into the next decade of the 21st century.
I think a book group that doesn't do it from libraries.
I'm 40 years in horses, well, maybe 50 now, and we used to drive single horses, and we live in Tennessee now, and I've never been able to see the brakes and the coaches with the four-in-hands, but the elegance and the restored carriages is something we've never seen. So we made a particular effort to come to Newport this year, because it only happens every
3 years, right. How stunning. Great.
You have quadrupers here. This is a cross between a Hackney horse and a Clydesdale. Those are imported PRE horses from Spain, very close in relationship to the Andalusian. The woman driver is Gloria Austin, and she is world famous competition driver. She has been driving teams of horses all over the world for many, many years.
I was, reading the date we were founded, March 1638. I said, wait a minute, next year is 2013. That'll be 375 years. Why don't we celebrate that? We formed a steering group, not a committee, and we'd have meetings every week. We literally came up with, I don't know what the number of projects was, probably like 80 or 100 or something. There was a lot of projects.
It was just kind of a work in progress with a kind of a broad end game of celebrating every month, getting as many people involved as we could, and everybody chipping in. I mean, the nice thing about it was apolitical.
It was a time when I think the whole town came together. We ended up having this gala reception down at the Glen Manor House. And it was attended by hundreds of people from the town. And the great thing was, all the mayors were just, they came and they said a few words, and then they just mingled with everybody else. And it was just really cool. And we had everybody from all walks of life in the town. But the key thing was, we invited the Lord Mayor of Portsmouth, England, the mayors of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and Portsmouth, Virginia, on our dime to come up here and celebrate with us.
We call it the Portsmouth Atlantic Compact, where we got all the Portsmouths together on the Atlantic, and we developed a Portsmouth Compact so we could collaborate together on the historical aspects of Portsmouth.
One of the cooler things we did was down at Bristol Ferry, on the town commons down there, which is by the Mount Hope Bridge. We asked the Newport Artillery Company brought down one of their cannons. And this was a cannon that was made by Paul Revere. And anyway, so we asked the Lord Mayor to light it off.
It's like that.
When we incorporated things like showing the actual 1638 Portsmouth Compact that was signed by guys in 1638 before they got here. And we have the actual document. and it's in the archives. And we had a showing of that in the town hall. So anyway, we incorporated the founding of the town. We have a Founder's Brook where they used to have their first meetings. They had a polo match, and it just happened by circumstance to be the UK versus the US. And luckily, the UK won. We had a parade. We ended up with I don't know, dozens of floats, groups coming in, including the Portsmouth High School. But then we also had things like the Historical Society bringing one of their old mail carts, I guess. Their honorary head was Louis Escobar, one of our local farmers, who's a legend in the state for basically promoting Rhodey milk and cheese products. Great guy. He was so overwhelmed. He was so joyful. I saw more people standing out watching the parade than I thought lived in Portsmouth.
It was just grand, and I think, like Doug was talking about before, it was something where everybody had a smile on their face. No one in our town, without regard to their particular political ideas, had any objections to anything we did.
It was a really great coming together of people wanting to do things and being proud of their town. You know, we've got a lot of things to be proud of.
Over and above expenses, we generated a fund of about $25,000, which we dedicated to preserving Portsmouth history in a digital format, and we're working with the library, and we've created a Portsmouth History Center here in the library.
Our slogan, which was developed by Gary, Proud Heritage, Bright Future. And that kind of, to me, to all of us, encapsulated kind of the spirit we were trying to get across.
And that's Our Town Portsmouth, a look at this close-knit coastal community through the eyes of its residents and friends. Our Town Portsmouth is made possible by the following premier sponsors.
Clements Marketplace, family-owned and community-oriented since 1980. A full-service grocer offering fresh and prepared foods, produce, bakery, and floral services to families of Portsmouth and Aquidneck Island. Greenvale Vineyards on the Sakonnet River, family-owned since 1863, producer of small quantity estate wines and committed to historic preservation, conservation of open space, and making fine wine. International Manufacturing Services, founded in Portsmouth in 1977, local manufacturer of microelectronic surface mount components for medical, communication, defense, and aerospace industries. IMS. It means service.
And special thanks to